All right, YouTubers, we're going back to 2001. We're going to check out the fall preview for what might be coming on in 2001. We got 3 gals on the cover. What's your guys' take? We got Jill, we got Kim, we got Jenny. Let's get into this one. Fall preview 2001. There's those people. Yeah, I mean, it's a snapshot. Frasier was still pretty huge, I think. Check out Jill over here, Crossing Jordan. Looks like it might have been a new show in 2001, but we'll find out. And before we get into this, bear with me. Okay, so I think this is when they changed the format and all the new shows we'll see up front. So no longer will there be some in the back. And let's get into it. There's, yeah, Kristen Crook. You remember her? She wasn't a crook, though. She was a good girl. Yeah, Smallville might be premiering in 2001. We'll find out. Let's do a quick tangent. Are you guys fans of quick tangents? Is there any store currently in existence that's more dystopian than Best Buy? Whenever I walk into a Best Buy, which is almost never, there is something otherworldly and dystopian. It's like walking through some kind of weird portal into the bizarre. I don't know what it is about Best Buy, how they've captured that, but they have. All right, that's tangent number 1. Who knows how many will go on in this episode? Does anybody drink this stuff anymore? Instant coffee? Telling you, the 70s, 80s, everybody was drinking instant coffee. Look at these gals right here. Yeah, I think we'll see profiles on each of the new shows. So this might be kind of an overview, but I think we'll see an individual page for each. I won't say anymore. You guys might get tired of my comments. My construction worker-like comments about the gals. Look at this fella. He's looking happy in his Wranglers, isn't he? This dude in real life like 5'2". Actually, about half the guys in Hollywood are, but he's definitely one of them. Okay, here we go. This is kind of weird, but yeah, here's the first new show. Alias. And I'll admit I fell victim to the con artist that is J.J. Abrams, and I really like this show for probably the first season. It was a good show in my opinion. I liked it. I liked Jennifer Gardner, but I quickly realized, I think this dude was the villain. I don't remember who was like the arch villain. She would like catch him. She'd like have a gun on him, and then she just let him go. And then the next episode, he'd do like some world-destroying villainy, and I finally realized pretty quick, I think it was before the end of the first season, that I was being conned, which is all J.J. Abrams does ever. Yeah, we've seen this in another one, this Education of Mac Bickford, so I guess it premiered in 2001. Nobody was watching this. They call it Mr. Holland Sings the Blues. What's this nerd doing? Does he actually have his own show? Yeah, nobody's watching this. I do wonder who else was on it, though. So bear with me while I see if I can read who else might have been on this. I guess it was called Men, Women, and Dogs. Yeah, I don't know who else was in it. Oh, here we go. What? I don't know. Nobody in particular. So yeah, I don't know how they expect that clown to carry a show. I guess Criminal Intent started in 2001. That was my favorite flavor of Law and Order. I love these two. Yeah, I dug that show. I don't know why the Special Victims Units has lasted forever, because this was the best one. UC Undercover. Okay, this is hilarious. I don't know what this off-center thing is. I'm not even going to linger on it. This looks hilarious, though. Wise Guy with Glossy Music Video Sheen, they call it. Starring Oded Fair, John Seta, William Forsythe. Wow, I don't remember this at all. I'm not sure who she is. Let's see what else it says. Operatives in Elite Justice Department, risk life and psychological limb, go deep undercover. Sounds okay. UC Undercover. And I don't know what UC stands for. Guess undercover, I guess? I don't know. All right, this is why we go through these to see what, what premiered, what caught on, what didn't. Obviously, Alias and Criminal Intent did. Look at Jessica Alba over here. Molly Shannon. Diane Rigg from The Avengers. So when we started drugging up all our kids. Look at Jill over here. You know she has a twin sister? Who out there knew that? She got a Canadian twin sister, and she's from Canadian land also. They call it Erin Brockovich and Quincy's Lab Coat. It was a good show. I like Crossing Jordan. Good cast. Obviously, Jill's carrying the load as only she can. You guys remember One on One? Kyla Pratt. I do. And yeah, this lasted a few years. Grumpy Middle-Aged Men Short Takes. Oh, this is just some of the new shows, kind of highlighting them. Ken Howard, Richard Dreyfuss, etc. So we're learning some stuff, folks. I didn't remember that 101. So this is their big pick for 2001, 24. We probably all remember this show. It was very popular. I fell for it. I fell for the gimmick, but I probably got tired after about one season, but it was solid. I don't know. Some people liked it, some people loved it. It is what it is. I'm not even going to Undeclared. I think I saw this in another one we went through with Seth Rogen or whatever that guy's name is. College Days at Misfit U. Welcome to the University of North. We're streaming freshmen. You have to declare a major. So I guess it's like a college type show with a bunch of people, a bunch of white folks. Trying to see who some of these people are. I think he's been in other stuff. I know it's hard to see. Tim Sharp, Charlie Hunnam, Monica Keena, Carla Gallo. Yeah, she's been in other stuff too. She's been in some movies, I think. I don't know. We'll skip right past this. Bob Patterson, as all the viewers did. Here's my show. I've talked about this before. I still vouch for this show. I think it only lasted like 2 years. This guy was really good. Kind of a jerk. Kind of distant. Emotionally distant. But he played it so well. So I dig this show, The Guardian. If you haven't seen it, I recommend trying it out. He's a guardian ad litem. But he's forced into it because he gets like a DUI or something. But a solid show in my opinion. Pretty well written. And this Ship of Fools love cruise. Maybe it's a reality thing because they don't even have any people shown. Here's our girl, Kristen, again. So yeah, Smallville. I dug this show. I've done my take on Smallville, so I won't do it again. But yeah, I watched like first season. I think he didn't even like fly until like the second or third season or something. But you know, it was aight. I give it an aight rating. But anyway, Kristen, and then we also had that other girl who I think ended up becoming a wacko, Allison Mack, unfortunately, because she was cool on the show. But I think she got involved in some weird stuff, IRL, and I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I think a lot of people liked Scrubs. I really liked it. Fun cast. William McGlinchey or whatever was really fun on it. Kind of a different comedy at the time. I don't think this Philly show caught on. Kim Delaney. Celebrity chef shows. Okay. Distracted? This was before cell phones. Wow, that's an interesting ad because this was really before cell phones and texting. If they only knew. We got to drug up our people again. Let's drug them all up. Enterprise. I think this show is pretty widely accepted as the place where everybody jumped off. Even Star Trek fans basically say, yeah, this is where I stopped watching Star Trek. Had a good cast. I think she was like a Vulcan. I do remember her. Had a solid cast. I think that just the whole idea of it happening before the original Star Trek, I think they kind of shot themselves in the foot with that. Yeah. According to Jim, wow, this stayed on the air for several years. I think she was on Melrose, Courtney Thorne. And I guess The Amazing Race started in 2001. Oh, dear. Oh, double dear. Bernie Mac, R.I.P. A lot of people like this show. Wolf Lake, I kind of remember this with Lou Diamond Phillips. Let's see what it says. Remote Pacific Northwest town. Safer not to ask. Seattle detective. Come north to search for his fiance. Teens act like animals. So I guess the wolf part is literal. Are they all like werewolves or something? Trying to see here. Acts, no, everybody's secret. What's with the beauty white wolf? Yeah, I guess it doesn't say. Let's see who else is in it. Tim Matheson's in it. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is in it. Mia Kirshner. Lots of folks in it. Short takes. I think she was on. Was she on Alias? Let's see what it says. Oh, she was on that Thieves show. Yeah, that was kind of a cute show, in my opinion. Watched a few episodes of Thieves. Yeah, in no universe should this guy get his own show. So we'll skip past this. I don't even remember what it was called. Inside Schwartz. I vaguely remember this. I think the premise was he like talked to himself or something. You could hear his inner thoughts. I don't know. Eliminate Deluxe. Probably another reality deal. We're already into Thursday here. Gotta drug up our dogs too, folks. Gotta drug everybody up in America. Gotta all become NPCs. Any NPCs out there watching right now? I remember this. The Agency with old girl. Let's see what it says. Of course, it's like CIA propaganda. Gloria Rubin. Going inside the CIA, it's the first TV series granted the right to film in their headquarters, meaning that it's direct CIA pipeline propaganda to your brain is all that means. I think I watched a few episodes of this, but you had like you had Alias, you had 24, so it was hard to watch all these shows because they were all kind of the same. Short takes. These gals are chewing some gum over here. Oh dear. Yeah, we'll skip right past this too. Danny. I mean, you know this ain't gonna work. Who greenlit this? I guess he was the guy behind Wonder Years, so he probably had some cachet. Maybe it's time. At 15, Molly could be a normal teenager. She lives in a crowded nut house. Her parents hide food around the house. Her twin sister are terrors. It's not like a fun family show. I don't remember this at all. Maybe it's time. Perhaps didn't last long. Yeah, we watched a few episodes of this in my household. Probably on the strength of my girl right there, and then, you know, the gals could watch John Stamos. Pasadena. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot premiering in 2001, so this is pretty good. I vaguely remember this. We got Dana Delaney. We got some dudes. We got some young gal. I don't know who's who there, but I definitely remember her and other things, I think. Buried scandals threaten Pasadena's powerful Greeley family when teenage Lily is confronted by a suicidal vagrant. Maybe more like a nighttime soap type deal. Not sure. Reba's got her own show, Raising Dad, with Bob Saget. That looks kind of fun. Don't remember this at all. Oh, that's Kat Dennings. Wow. So she was in some sitcom with Bob Saget. He plays a widower bringing up his two daughters. Wonder why they don't show the other daughter. Look at this, AOL. Oh man, it was so archaic, but in a way that's when the internet was kind of free and not fully just an intelligence agency tool to destroy our brains. With the exception of my videos, of course. Citizen Baines, look at this. With that guy. James Cromwell, Jane Addams, Jacinda Barrett, M. Beth Davitsk. I guess that's these three gals right there. She looks super familiar and she's been in other stuff. Alright. I think that might be about it for the main channels, but they might have some cable TV stuff here. What's this guy? Oh, it's Tracy Ullman. I was like, what's she doing over here? Murder, She Spoke. Yeah, these are some cable series, but they don't highlight them very well. So I'll just call out ones that I recognize if I can. All right. Bottom Feeders. Band of Brothers. Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. I better flip the channel here. Flip the page here. What's going on with this? Remember her from MTV? She was kind of annoying. I don't know, she just took herself a little too seriously. I guess this is like a male version of The View or something over here. I don't don't know if these are the names of the show or not. I don't think they are. Yeah, it's not. See, I've complained about this before. This format is so weird and confusing because this isn't called Love Among the Royals. It's called Victoria and Albert. So you got to read these like tiny, faint, italicized things just to see what these shows are. Like this is the Caslets. It's not called the War Zone. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. This might have been when editors gave up. Gilligan's Island Reduck, Facts of Life movie, Baywatch Blast, Surviving Gilligan's Island, behind the scenes docudrama for the 4 surviving cast members, Dawn Wells, Bob Denver, Russell Johnson, who was the professor. That's only 3. All right. Specials. But again, it's not something to sing about. It's like some Michael Jackson 30th anniversary or something. So this format is so terrible here. All right, lots of stuff premiered in 2001. It was a pretty big year. Bob Barker hitting the road. So this must have been around the time that Drew Carey took over, I'm guessing. David Blaine, yeah, he's pretty big in the early 2000s. That's all I'll say about him. So these are some movies that are coming on regular TV for the first time. Do anybody remember The Wonder Boys? I love that movie. With Michael Douglas and Tobey Maguire. This kind of looks like more Norma Ray, but I don't know what this is. And again, who knows which picture this goes with? I mean, who edited this thing? Where are they now? I'd like to have words with them. We don't care that much about the sports stuff. I wonder what this is. Tamara Ho Perkins and What Girls Learn. Sounds interesting. There's our girl with Olivia D'Abo. Need I say more? I hope I needn't. I thought she was from Australia, but she's from jolly old England, I guess. Who knew? Robin Williams has a funny joke about Australians, but I can't really repeat it here because folks might get offended. I think he had to or Australia wanted him to apologize for the joke. It was kind of funny. I don't know if he ever did, but because it was just a joke. It was a good joke. They're talking about the Emmys. Let's linger on this just a second because they got the listed of who's nominated. So they're talking about the Emmys. So the big series around this time were ER, Law and Order, The Practice, The Sopranos, and The West Wing. Best Actress in a Drama, Lorraine Bracco, Amy Brenneman, Edie Falco, Marg Helgenberger, Selah Ward. TV movie, none that I recognize. Lead actress, Callista Flockhart, Patricia Heaton, Jane Kaczmarek, Deborah Messing, Sarah Jessica P. All right. So This is from September 15th, so I don't know if the shows got thrown off by the events that occurred. I think they did, but they might have already printed up this TV guide, so this may or may not have actually happened as far as the things we see in this particular issue of TV Guide and what actually aired. And I'm not trying to dodge the subject, I just don't want to get into heavy stuff. Oswald cartoon with the voice of Fred Savage. Some teenage show called City Guys. I don't remember that. Some game show called Moolah Beach. Let's see what's going on Saturday night in 2001. Lost is already on. I didn't think Lost came on until after Alias was already on and for a year or two. Touched by an Angel, The District. As Time Goes By. I think that's PBS, I think. Cops, America's Most Wanted. And bear with me while I scan the cable stuff, because there were some cool cable shows, but I doubt they were on in September. They usually came on like October, November. Bear with me 1 minute. Okay, Sci-Fi's got something called First Wave on. Maybe I'll try to see what that is. Alright, Fox is showing Willy Wonka. That's a fun ad right there. Lost. Another episode airs Tuesday. Oh, it says it's a contest. That must not be the Lost show. That must be like a reality show. And it doesn't give any more details. What was I going to look for? First Wave on Sci-Fi. They may not even have it right up. That's a cool ad. Come on, this guy's a clown, though. Let me take a quick look for... Yeah, it doesn't say what First Wave is. Don Quixote. So we got Bob Hoskins, Isabella Rossellini, and Vanessa Williams. Oh, dear. What are they doing? It's the Hallmark Channel thing. Bob Hoskins is a great actor. It's too bad he had to do something like that. But he probably brought it, because he probably played Poncho or whatever his name was. So he might be the reason to watch that. There's something coming on called Rattler. It's a nature show, though. Alright. Chevy 500's coming on. EZME coverage. Oh boy. Alright, Sunday night. Weakest Link is coming on. The Emmy Awards. Wonderful World of Disney. Walt, the Man Behind the Myth. The Practice. Steve Harvey. Samurai Jack. Ozzy concerts coming on. Yeah, it said Lost was also coming on Tuesday night. This is Sunday. Here's Ellen DeGenerate. And yeah, we've already kind of seen who's nominated. I seem to remember The West Wing winning lots of stuff those first few years. Like I said, ladies hosting. Another reason not to watch. Doc. Was that Billy Ray Cyrus show? It sure was. Man, how do I remember that? Why haven't I blocked that out? The Mind of a Married Man on HBO. Interesting. Never heard of that. New comedy series. Wonder who's in that. It says every Sunday at 10. Yeah. It says here, oh, yeah, it just says Mickey's wife finds porn on his computer, but it doesn't say who's in it. Curb was already on, I guess, in 2001. What's the verdict on Larry David? You guys tell me. Guess he's brought us a lot of laughs. Can't really deny that. Disney's got the Book of Pooh. Monday Night, 2001. Yeah, it looks like some of these shows are premiering, but like I said, I think they might have gotten delayed for a week or two. So according to this, Crossing Jordan is on, Weakest Link, Third Watch, King of Queens, Everybody Loves Raymond, Family Law, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Seventh Heaven, Angel. All right, and let's see if anything's on cable. Don't see much, but like I said, I think they would typically run their stuff in like November. HBO, okay, HBO, yeah. Nothing coming on Monday night. Farscape's coming on Sci-Fi. Yeah, you guys remember Third Watch? I like that show. That's my opinion. Had a good cast, big ensemble cast, but a little something for everybody. They had plots for a lot of the different characters, so they didn't just like neglect them, because that can happen when you have such a big cast. There's Leah, one of my favorite sitcoms of all time. That's just me. Yes, Dear with our girl from Uncle Buck. And then these shows. You guys remember Uncle Buck? What's her name? McGuire? Something McGuire? Jeez, look at this. Guess this is a show on Fox. Who's watching stuff like this? Look at our girl right here, Jill. Yeah, this was a good show that lasted several years. You know, it was one of those forensic shows. There's a million of them. Jill Hennessy. So unlike David Caruso, she left all Law and Order and actually became, got her own thing going. I guess David Caruso eventually got the CSI, but that was like 10 years later. Yeah, this was a pretty big show. I guess Tony Danza being serious. Let's see how they describe Crossing Jordan. Jill Hennessy stars, medical examiner with a history of clashing with superiors. Yeah, it was a fun show, in my opinion. On Star Trek, Kirk and crew land in the 1980s, San Francisco. Oh, that's the Voyage Home. Sorry, I misread that. That's the Voyage Home movie. I was thinking it was that Star Trek episode when they met Joan Collins or whatever. Tuesday night, Emerald, Three Sisters, Frasier, Lost. I'll try to look for this Lost at 10 o'clock. Jag. Any Jag watchers out there? Any Catherine Bell watchers? Guardian, Judging Amy. Dharma and Greg, Spin City. That 70s show was big. Gilmore Girls. Lots on, folks. 2001. 2001: A Space Odyssey. All right, I'll try to remember to look for Lost at 10. This dude had his own sitcom. Like, what world are we living in where this guy... I mean, I know he has a cooking show, but he gets a sitcom? Yeah, look at it. They know who to feature right here. They got dude, like, you can barely see him. They got Catherine Bell, like, taking up 3/4 of the page. They know what they're doing. So I've been criticizing the editors of TV Guide, but I take it back. Unfortunately, she's like Scientologist or something. There's our girl Jenna. For those of you guys who watched Dharma and Greg, you tell me. But she carried the show, right? Because are people really tuning in to see this dude? She carried the show. She had the je ne sais quoi. Spin City was good. Lasted several years, which is good. Yeah, this was a huge show right around this time. I don't remember Uneducated. This is great that they're giving us some ads, though. In case you all forgot who Catherine Bell was. Yeah, I know you didn't forget. Okay, here's that Lost. Yeah, it's not the one we think of by that scam artist J.J. Abrams. It's some kind of weird game show or something. The Winners Go Home, Lost, The Finish Line. Frasier got all these women on there. Yeah, here's my guy. I'll go to bat for this dude. He's from Australia. But yeah, he had charisma, man. And I enjoyed the show. It was well written and so forth. But try it for yourself. You let me know. There's Amy. She's judging you. We loved her ever since we saw her in Heat. All right, I'll take one more look for this Lost thing, though. I'm pretty sure it's a reality show, but I don't know why it'd be coming on at 10 p.m., though. All right, they're giving Kim a shot with these ads here. Oh, it's Steven Bochco. Bochco's got a lot of failed stuff, man. Meanwhile, David Milch was making Deadwood. Yeah, it's some kind of contest show that's Lost. The winners arrive in New York City, making their way around the globe. I guess it's like Amazing Race type trash. Here's Judging Amy with Tyne Daly. Lots of classics in the early 2000s, gotta admit it. Wednesday Night, West Wing, Law and Order, Amazing Race, Wolf Lake, My Wife and Kids, Drew Carey's a full hour long. That's interesting. So I wonder if Drew Carey still had a show and was also doing Price is Right during this time. Sister Wendy's American Collection, Love Cruise, that reality show thing. HBO's got some Mind of a Married Man things coming on. My Wife and Kids. Yeah, I guess Drew Carey's still on in 2001. That 70s show. I guess these are like in syndication or something. I'm not sure. Grounded for Life. It's a fun ad here. Got the West Wing, and you got the Law and Order crew. Was that your favorite DA? I think she was my favorite DA, or assistant DA, if you want to be technical. It's just me. You could say Jill. You could say, what's her name? The girl that married Jason Sehorn. You say whoever you want. Here's that Wolf Lake. I think this would have been before those Twilight movies, so this is kind of interesting. I guess they all are wolves. Buffy. There's Matt Lauer pretending to be a human being. Somebody once wisely said, because you know when people say, oh, that person's nice. Somebody once wisely said, nice is a behavior. You can act nice. So it's not like some inborn character trait. Nice is just a behavior. Anyway, my guy Matt Lauer makes me think of that phrase. I don't know why. I can't imagine why. Let's see what's going on Thursday night. Friends. All right. Friends, Inside Schwartz, Will and Grace, Just Shoot Me, ER, Big Brother 2, CSI, The Agency, Whose Line Is It Anyway? Gilmore Girls, Charmed. Like I said, early 2000s, lots of stuff, man. Lots of stuff. Look at this. Bet all these people thought they'd be famous forever, man. They should do a Where Are They Now for some of these, like, singing shows and things like this. Will and Grace premiere. Just Shoot Me. Yeah, we enjoyed CSI in my household. We never watched The Agency. But if you want some mainlined CIA propaganda mainlined into your brain, go check it out. Look how serious Goose is. He's a serious dude, man. Guinness World Records. Here's Joy Behar. Before her brain got melted. I mean, lots of us got our brains melted. Hopefully you guys are holding the line like I am. Check out this kind of a strange mashup. Dale Earnhardt and the Taz. And I don't know if he was still alive in 2001 or not. Because if he was passed away, it's kind of weird they do a Taz plate, but hey, who knows? Alright, let's see what's going on Friday night in 2001, 25 years ago. Can you believe that? Providence, Law and Order Special Victims, Danny, That's Life, The Mole 2. I think that's another reality show. Thieves, that was the Thieves show I talked about. Once and Again. Dark Angel, all right. Hope they have an ad. If not, I'll try to read the write-up. First season of Dark Angel was peak, man. Pasadena, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Yeah, I'll go to bat for Dark Angel every day of the week. Look at our girl Jessica. This might be the only write-up, so let me... yeah, I think this was season 2. They really destroyed season 2, unfortunately. So Max, who is Jessica, finds herself in the belly of the beast. Picking out months after the shootout at Manticore. Leather-clad crime fighter near death. Remember she had like superpowers though? I think she could like heal herself. The opener explains how Max survived. It's not pretty. Rescued and rebuilt by her Manticore captors. It was a fun show, man. First season was peak. Yeah, Catacarini's was in Providence. Oh yeah, Dark Angel I think is what I was going to look for. So we saw the write-up. This dude thinks he can run it. He can hold his own show here. Look at our girl right there. Enough said, folks. You just got your price of admission paid right there. You're like, this was worth it. Of course, only like 2 of you watched to the end of my video, so congrats to you guys who held out and saw Jessica A right there. Pasadena with Dana Delaney. Yeah, it feels like a nighttime soap type thing, but I'm not sure. Look how tough she is, man. The Mole, too. Yeah, these people probably all thought they were going to be stars. That's Life. Looks kind of fun. Oh yeah, with this does look fun. I don't think it caught on though. Yeah, Thieves. We watched a few of those. Yeah, it was fun. Once and Again. Season premiere on its new night. Let's see if there's any fun Friday night programming coming on later on Friday. Prison of Secrets, starring Stephanie Zimbalist. Son of the Beach, I kind of remember that. I think it was funny, if it's what I'm remembering. All right, I don't see much. I think this was the end of the era when Friday nights were fun. Well, they got something called Late Friday. I don't know what it is though. All right, let's take a quick scan of the movies just to see if there's any like late 2000s. One last look at Jessica A. Early 2000s movies or anything that stand out here. Best Laid Plans. Reese Witherspoon. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Best Laid Plans. Blair Witch was out, I guess. They gave it 3 stars. Alright. Cruel Intentions 2. That's wild. And I'm not lingering too long, so there might be like Election. That's another Reese Witherspoon movie. I can do a tangent on that, but I won't. Guess Galaxy Quest was already out to 1999. You guys remember that Heartbreakers? Oh, that's not the one. There was a Heartbreakers movie with Jennifer Love Hewitt, but this one's from 1985 with Peter Coyote. Is there really people out there with the last name Coyote? I mean, other than Wile E, obviously. The Long Goodbye. Okay, that's not the one I was thinking about. Anybody seen the 1985 movie called Mischief? Alright. I mean, there's tons of movies we could linger on, but I'm just trying to make a quick scan here. Random Hearts with Harrison Ford. It's a pretty solid movie. Recently we watched some of it. Staying Alive. I'll always go to bat for Staying Alive. Always. 10 out of 10 times I'll go to bat for it. Some movie called The Whales of August with Bette Davis. I think people like this Trekkies movie. I think it kind of made fun of the whole fan community in a fun way. All right, folks. Crossword. This has been Fall Preview 2001. Are you tuning in for Thieves? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all around.